The world's reaction to Luther's ideas. Church leaders were angry with Luther, and in 1520 at the Diet of Worms, the Pope ordered Luther to recant or take back what he had written. By the way, Diet is more of a meeting, and Worms was simply the name of a town in Germany. Because Luther refused to recant, the Pope excommunicated him. This meant that Luther was officially excluded from the church, and as far as Catholics were concerned, it meant that Luther could no longer enter heaven. Charles V, the Holy Roman Emperor and a German king, declared that Luther was an outlaw, so Luther went into hiding in a castle of a German prince. At this time, Germany was broken up into many small kingdoms, so there were many princes. While in hiding, Luther translated the Bible into German so that more people would be able to read it. He continued writing and trying to change the church. His ideas gained support throughout Germany, and over time, people began forming new churches. Because they based their groups on the ideas of Martin Luther, these new churches became known as Lutheran churches. Some German princes also supported Luther's ideas. They believed the Catholic Church had become too powerful and wanted to reclaim some of the power for themselves. After all, they didn't like the church telling them how to run their territory and their people. People who joined Luther in protesting against the church became known as Protestants. The movement to change or reform the church became known as the Protestant Reformation. Although Luther and other Protestants had initially only wanted to change the Catholic Church, they ended up creating a number of brand new Protestant churches, or a number of brand new Christian denominations. Because new denominations occurred, anyone who is not a Catholic is considered a Protestant. One of the central effects of the Protestant Reformation was a shift of political power away from the Catholic Church, which many Protestants viewed as very corrupt. This shift led to independent, self-governing congregations. These Protestants looked to the Bible, not Catholic tradition, to guide religious and political actions. Under the Catholic Church, not all men were considered equal. Some, like the Pope, were considered to be spiritually superior. While the ideas of religious equality of the Reformation did not lead to political equality in Protestant kingdoms, the Reformation still gave common people greater power in their religious practice. It also introduced questions about why and how leaders held power. The Reformation also benefited some powerful leaders in Europe. Kings and nobles in many parts of Western Europe sided with the Protestant reformers because it meant they no longer had to share power with the Catholic Church and the Pope. They were able to seize land and other property away from the church, thereby increasing their own power and wealth. This made individual leaders more wealthy and powerful. It decentralized power across many Protestant regions. Protestant kings no longer had the blessing of a powerful central church as a religious justification for their political power. This meant that some people did not view their rulers as being rulers by divine right or being rulers by the right of God. If you look at this map, you will see the religious divisions of Europe. The light green are areas that were predominantly Catholic. The pink, which is predominantly in Norway and Sweden and Denmark, became Lutheran. Calvinist, which we will discuss a little bit later, you will see in purple. Anglican, which we will also call the Church of England, is in blue. We will also discuss the Church of England coming up shortly. Moravian is in yellow, Anabaptist is in dark green. Eastern Orthodox is in bright orange. And those of Islamic faith are in a muted green.